Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Delaware Valley Regional High School, where tonight the Terriers host A.L. Johnson on their homecoming. John Kovach along with Jack Barber coming to you live from Tap Webb Memorial Field. The Johnson Crusaders just about to come on the field here, Jack. Both teams come in having posted their fourth victories of the season. The 4-1 Crusaders edged Governor Livingston 21-20 in overtime last Friday night, while the hosts traveled to South River and won 43-13 last Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you something, John. A.L. Johnson has accumulated this 4-1 record with a very simple game plan, and that's been by sticking to the ground game, running right through opposing defenses and doing it with a variety of talented running backs, led in no small part by the three-headed monster of Zaire Majerska, Julian Colon, and Mandy Rendiero, who now leads the Crusaders in rushing yards after putting up 103 of his 222 rushing yards for the season just last week in the close win over Governor Livingston.
Talking to Johnson coach Gus Kalikas earlier in the week, he said the Crusaders are spreading the ball around in an old-school, under-center, triple option offense, and he seemed excited to talk about that. Each week he said they're going to take what the defense will give them, and it's worked 4 times in 5 games heading into tonight.
Absolutely, John. And on the flip side, Delaware Valley coach Ben Ebach said the Crusaders present a challenge because the triple option is not an offense the Terriers frequently see. He said the Terriers need to withstand the first blow the Crusaders deliver.
Ben Ebach and his staff run into one of the challenges that hits teams that face the triple option. And here come the Terriers in their special homecoming uniforms. We'll give you a rundown on that. But teams that face the triple option face a challenge before the game even kicks off. It is difficult, if not impossible, for a scout team that does not run this offense regularly to replicate it well enough to get an accurate feel for what they're going to face on game night. What the defensive starters face in practice develops slower. It's not as well executed.
Ebach said a lot of the players on the Johnson offense have run the option their whole lives, and the size of the Crusaders' boast up front get the job done holding blocks to allow the misdirection to happen.
The key to stopping the option, as Ebach told us, Jack, is to play assignment football. The standards for one player to stick with the quarterback, one on the fullback, one on the pitch man, with a plan to support rally the tackle. We're going to pause right now for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able. Remove your caps and let's honor America by the singing of our national anthem by the Delaware Valley Regional High School Choir, directed by Andrew Chinicki.
Rendition of the national anthem here at Delaware Valley Regional High School. John Kovach, Jack Barber with you here at Tap Webb Memorial Field. So, Jack, we were talking about the fact that we're going to see a triple option tonight from the A.L. Johnson Crusaders. You've got to play assignment football. If you're assigned to fullback, you got the fullback. You're assigned to quarterback, you got to stick on the quarterback. You're assigned to pitch man, you got to stay on the pitch man.
Absolutely. Defenders can't peek into the backfield or chase what they think is the ball. As Ben Eibach said to us, the Terriers' motto this week is just do your job. Delaware Valley, who we saw shut out South Plainfield 26-0 September 5th, also pitched a 48-0 shutout over J.P. Stevens on September 19th.
Delaware Valley has won the last 4 matchups against Johnson, including a 42-34 victory last year, but there had been a lapse in the series prior to that, the teams not having met since 2021 when the Terriers posted a 26-0 shutout. Johnson's last victory over Delaware Valley came in 2017, 49-21.
Johnson lost 8 offensive starters, and Coach Kalikis said the group stepping in to replace them has waited for their shot. He coached them in youth football, giving the kids experience in the triple option, an offense that thrives when the players involved are in sync. They're a tight-knit group, Kalikis said, and that's their strength.
Delaware Valley's won the toss. They've elected to receive. Keep the ball out of that triple option's hands. You'll see the spread from them. Delaware Valley is going to be going from our left to right. They are in their homecoming uniforms, the coach told me on the field before the game. All gold, blue numbers outlined in white, and a blue helmet with Del on one side, Val on the other, reminiscent of the University of California, the Cal helmets there. The Crusaders of A.L. Johnson, they are in all white with blue numbers, white helmets with blue striping, and Crusaders in blue script across the helmets. Kicking off for the Crusaders, Kyle Oliveira.
For the Terriers, number 13, Liam Murphy, and 16, and 34.
Liam Murphy and Braden Costello, I believe, deep for the Terriers. Taken at the 5. He's got a lane. Big return there by number 16, Braden Costello. Sets up Del Val 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
And you know, John, it's funny because you mentioned the Cal uniforms, and I don't know if it's Aaron Rodgers-esque, but I am really excited tonight to witness Kelton Eibach take the field tonight. He's got stats that just pop off the screen for a high school player. 13 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions, a little over 1,100 yards. He should be fun to watch tonight.
I will tell you, haven't seen him. You're going to enjoy this. He also has a green light to run if he sees it. He's under center, hands off on the ISO, bouncing it outside, but caught by a swarm of white jerseys. I believe that's Jaden Brown.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a good job by Brown there, kind of setting the edge. You almost thought that the running back could get away for a second there, but just swallowed up right when you thought that he was going to get around the corner and maybe hit the 40-yard line.
Just an old-school ISO play there. Just blast, have the fullback lead the tailback up, and Brown picks up, we'll call it 2, 2nd and 8. Now we're in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. This what we are used to seeing Del Val do. Stepping up, looking is Eibach. Throws it, overthrows everybody. The deepest receiver, number 11, Braden Picardo-Lisak.
I really thought that Eibach might have been close to going over the line of scrimmage there, maybe about a yard away. Still a good look, still a good thought process to at least get the ball out. Definitely catchable if he threw it a little bit more on point.
Same thing caught my eye. I was, don't flirt with coming too far forward on that. 3rd and 8, 3 receivers to the right side for Delaware Valley. Eibach in the gun. Takes the snap, looks for a quickie, fires, almost intercepted by number 17, Jack Kalikis, son of the Johnson coach. And That would have been 6 had he gotten his hands on that.
Oh, no doubt about it. That almost looked like a good old RPO play that you see out there. Usually 9 times out of 10, if you get that picked off while you already got your feet moving, it is 6 the other way.
Del Val to punt. Up, it's going to be short. A lot of jostling and hitting downfield. Flag on the play. See what this is. Tonight's officials, your referee is David Parfit. Umpire is Steve Foster. Stephen Najemian is the head linesman. Thomas Finian. The line judge, Alan Clayman, the field judge. Bryant Larson, the side judge. Penalty is on the Crusaders. Block in the back. Bob Bachman is the clock operator, and the chain crew is Jason Dukowski, Matt Knoll, and Michael Barozin. It was nice to have those names. My dad did that for a long time at Mount Olive, and I was thinking that when I see the chain crew. Want to acknowledge them this week. It is Officials Appreciation Week across all sports. It's becoming tougher and tougher to find officials because of some of what they have to put up with. And I just want to acknowledge the job they do. Pitch outside, ball's on the ground. Recovered by Rendario, the junior, number 5'4".
Didn't really think that was a bad pitch there, just maybe a little bit of a mishandling by Rendario. You know, I mean, I don't know, maybe just the first play jitters. Had to be something along those lines, but now they're going to be facing 2nd and long because of it.
2nd and 13, the ball at the Johnson 35-yard line. 10 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. Delaware Valley hosting Johnson here on the Garden State Athletic Network. A lot of shifting going on in the Del Val defense. Fake motion there from Quell McBride. Starts the orbit motion again. Handoff on a reverse, and it's laid out in the backfield. Big hit by the tackler.
And you know, it's funny, you mentioned earlier this week to me that, and the head coach Ibach mentioned to us, that he can't exactly replicate copying this offense so that the defense can study it and work against it. However, you can already tell that they're focusing everything that they have in the box going up against them right there, because as I was about to say earlier today, that triple option offense is just all about running up the gut. So you just got to prepare for that, and they are ready for it.
It's about getting you to chase misdirection too. They haven't done that yet. Will they stick to the assignment? Orbit motion coming the other way. Kalikis keeps. Comes up the right side. He's short of the first down. Going to be 4th and a long yard.
Yeah, it looks like they're keeping the offense on the field, perhaps.
Well, I'm confused here because one chain is moving. Now they're taking it back. Yeah, it's 4th and a long yard from the Johnson 47. It looks like they are keeping the offense on.
Be interesting if they try to maybe get him with the hard count here.
I think absolutely watch for that.
4th down in the yard for Johnson.
Nobody deep. Everybody on the line for Del Val. It's going to be close. Ball was carried by Zaire Majerska, and he gets just enough to move the chains.
Just an excellent heads-up play by Majerska. Definitely knew his assignment there. Just ran it right up the middle. Toughness, in essence, right there. First down, Crusaders.
1st and 10 from the Johnson 49. Coming up on 8:35 to go in this first quarter. Quite a presence in the box for Del Val in the yellow. Motion across by Rendiero. It's a keeper for 2 or 3 yards.
And I'll tell you something, John, the way that this is going to go, especially with Kalikis at the helm, and if they're going to be running this triple option all night, and they only ran 1 pass play last weekend. So the way that this game is going to go, you're going to see a lot of second, third, even fourth down situations. If they want to win this game tonight, the Crusaders, they got to do it in the trenches. It's got to be gritty, and they got to have long possessions. They got to set the tone for their brand of football tonight.
2nd and 8 from the Del Val 49. Orbit motion, doubles back, give to the second back through. That's McBride. McBride is stopped for a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and 7 from the Del Val 49-yard line. Let's put in perspective, Jack, how heavy that reliance on the run is for Johnson. Rendiero is their leading receiver with a jaw-dropping 53 receiving yards.
Absolutely amazing.
53 yards, team leader.
Just stunning. So you know that they're also going to rely on a lot of check down passes when they do decide to throw the ball.
And now we're seeing a spread look. We got 2 receivers out to the right, both on the line. So this is an end over look. That inside receiver is not eligible. And a procedure call backs up to Crusaders 5.
Dead ball foul against Johnson. Delay a game. 5-yard foul.
Delay a game, the call. Makes it 3rd and 13, and now we're back on the Crusaders side at their 46. 6:42 to go in a scoreless first quarter. And they'll do that end over to try to draw you out. They're going to try to draw a receiver out there. There's 4 backs in the backfield. Handoff right up the middle. Oh, Kalekis kept it, and he's caught after a short game, driven backward. He probably got a yard, and it's going to be 4th and 12, and the punt return team already running on the field for the Delaware Valley Terriers.
And here's that weakness I've always seen with the triple option, John, and it's the most obvious weakness in that system. It is not applicable for long yards to go situations. Right there probably should have been some form of maybe a trick pass play, just something to the outside, maybe even a quick slant route, but it bit them in the back.
Bumped by Kyle Oliveira is fielded and making his way through for Del Val is number 16, Braden Costello. Another good return by him. First and 10 for the Terriers at their own 37-yard line.
Well, if it's one thing they've had absolutely no problem with tonight, it's their special teams. My goodness. On that initial kickoff return and that punt return, they've set themselves up with really good field position.
Did that punt seem to take forever to develop to you?
It did a little bit, but at the same time, maybe not so much. Just seemed more so. Oh, wait, hang on a second.
Vinny Casagran went in motion, doubled back. He had to carry. Nope, excuse me, that's Jaden Brown. Got about back to the original line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd and 10.
And you can see that spread offense there. They're trying to get it going, especially in the run game. Really want to see what Ibach can do on this 2nd and long play here.
2 receivers to each side. Brown the lone back with Ibach. Ibach looking to throw. Hits. Chase.
Ball comes out.
Crouchenhouse. Ball did come out, but they're ruling it an incomplete pass, no fumble. Oh, they're ruling him down. They are giving him the catch. So about a 4-yard completion there. Chase Krachunas with the catch. Third and 6.
Leibach looked like he wanted to go to Krachunas before he even threw the pass. Didn't even look in his direction, really. Already going towards that slant route.
It was there. Tight slot to each side. Motion across. Leibach look now. He tucks, runs to the right side. Stiff arms a defender. He's pulled down out of bounds. There's a late flag. He has enough for the first down. He's near midfield, and 15 are going to be tacked on to this.
Did not like the way that he got dragged down at the end of that, John.
Horse collar tackle is the call. That's going to set Del Val up right around the Johnson 35-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, too, that was excellent improvisation by Leibach there. Nothing down the middle, just found the gap on the right side, just took advantage of it and got the tackle to boot.
That's where he's very strong. That's where he's going to impress you, is his ability. Read it, nothing's there. Hey, there's a lot of grass that way. I'm going.
That was very Manziel-esque by him right there.
Ooh. Motion by Brown. Reverse. Krachunas takes it up the right side. He's got the edge. He's going up the right sideline, pushed out of bounds, but he's going to move the chains.
Love a good double reverse in the backfield. Thought that might have initially been a jet sweep. Definitely the smarter move to double down, take it down the left side. There were no blockers in the area.
I had it for a jet sweep. Instead, it's a 13-yard reverse, setting up 1st and 10 for the Terriers at the Crusaders' 22-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter of a scoreless game. Now we're seeing Diamond. Leibach and 3 backs. Following it through, getting through to second level. And a little...
Excellent run by Krachunas. Excellent blocking. Excellent handoff. Couldn't have run it better.
I'm not sure that wasn't Ben Culbertson, number 34, on the carry on that.
I think you might be right about that, John.
Krachunas split wide right. Handoff again to Culbertson. Ladders it outside to the left. Touchdown! Touchdown, Delaware Valley. With exactly 3 minutes to go, the Terriers are on the board, 6-0.
Well, Culbertson had an absolutely excellent move to the left over there. It's all about checking your gaps sometimes. And you can just see on that handoff right there. Oh, nope, nothing there. Oh, hey, let me just boot over to the right, avoiding everybody on the A.L. Johnson side and just scampering right in. You love to see it.
Leibach holding. Something going on in the middle that's drawn the attention of the head referee. And a false start called against the Terriers, backs them up 5.
False start against Del Val, brings the ball back 5 yards. PAT.
Costello, who's been returning kicks so far tonight, to attempt the extra point. It's up and it's good, and it would have been good from 25-30.
Excellent job by Costello there. It's not always a gimme in the high school level, especially when you get backed up 5 yards on an extra point.
Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen. Or get in touch with us by emailing sponsorships with an S at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881. Costello to kick off for Del Val. They've just taken a 7-0 lead. Kick is fielded by Rendario. And he's met by a swarm from the coverage team in the Del Val yellow jerseys. Brought down at the 25, where the Crusaders will take over. 1st and 10.
Well, they got to respond real quick there, John, because I'll tell you what, I don't think that the Terriers are done scoring even in this first half, even in this first quarter if they get a quick 3 and out here.
You've got one receiver way out here by the top of the numbers. Nick Carlucci, senior. Delay as they switch to game balls. Other than the wide receiver here, formation remains the same. Motion. Taken right up the gut on the keeper. Nope, excuse me, handoff to the fullback. Sorry about that. Decent pickup by Julian Colon. He gets 5, 2nd and 5.
Colon, one of those 3 rushers for the Crusaders with over 200 rushing yards on the season.
Sophomore before that carry had 30 carries for 206 yards and 3 scores. Receiver now split to the right. A lot of moving around and a false start. There's a lot of jockeying for position by the Terriers, and that succeeded in drawing the Crusaders' offense off sides. That 5-yard gain is wiped out. It's 2nd and 10.
And that's only going to make it harder for the option offense there, John. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe, and this is just a bold prediction, maybe if this doesn't work out or get more than 3 yards, got to pass it on 3rd down.
I think you have to. Same set. Run to the right side for a gain of about a yard. Brings up 3rd and 9. We'll have to find out who that is, as we don't have a 32 on the roster. 3rd and 9. Does Johnson attempt their first pass here? Coming up on a minute to go in the first quarter. The Crusaders trail the Terriers 7-0.
I don't really see any other way. Maybe even just a check down or a screen pass, but obviously look out for that wide out on the left side.
I think you've got the post here because you have no deep safety. Motion across, back to pass. Kalikis heaves it up. It's short. They're jockeying. He catches the deflected ball. Nick Carlucci is going to score a 74-yard touchdown.
Just like that, Nick Carlucci is now the leading receiver for the A.L. Johnson Crusaders. Absolutely just a prayer of a throw. Put it up there, tipped around, juggled, caught, ran it all the way in. You love to see that for Carlucci. Absolutely fantastic.
Stayed with the play till the end. He could have given up on that. He didn't. Catches a ball that was up for grabs. And suddenly it's a new ball game. Kyle Oliveira kicks. His PAT is good.
Oliveira's kick is good to tie score 7-7. 34 seconds left in the first.
Well, we were excited for this one all week, and we were right to be so, apparently. I mean, just that last drive especially, just the amount of unexpected firepower that we just saw from Kalikis' arm. Like I said, didn't really look like he was expecting to throw at all. Just put it up there, run that post route, boom.
And that was a heave. He just heaved that ball as high and as deep as he, as he could. That wasn't. There was nothing pretty about that play on any end except the 6 points if you're on the A.L. Johnson sideline.
Oh, absolutely not. Definitely a little bit of a wobbler going up, but still, when you have receivers like that, maybe you should use them a little bit more often.
Well, and the defense was there. He was well guarded by the corner.
Oh, no doubt.
He just, Carlucci just stayed with the play and caught the ball on the carom. Oliveira kicks off. Fielded by Liam Murphy, who again sets up Del Val with decent field position. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Del Val is just having a wonderful special teams performance. 2 kickoffs, 1 punt. Absolutely amazing so far. Each time they've gotten themselves out to around the 35, 40-yard line, and that's going to pay dividends as the game goes on.
This drive will start at the 32, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Boy, they were close to not set there, but a quick handoff. Flags on the play. A scrum here. A heap of humanity around the line to gain, but we'll see what this call is because where it was is in the hold zone. Holding is the call. It's going to back up Del Val. They will get a couple of yards out of this as they'll back this up from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be about first and, going to be 1st, and we're going to call it 16. They try to run up the right side again for a short gain, and that should do it for this first quarter as we're at 5 seconds and running. Nobody in a hurry to get out of the huddle. Ball is going to be at the 25-yard line of Del Val. It's going to be 2nd and 17 when we resume on the Garden State Athletic Network. Is your team ready for the spotlight? The winter 2025-26 season is right around the corner. Don't let friends, family, or recruiters miss a moment. Book your event to be streamed live with the Garden State Athletic Network. We deliver professional, high-quality coverage on our network, and your event can reach a national audience streaming on the NFHS network. That's maximum exposure for your school, your organization, or your athlete. Lock in your dates now and ensure your team gets the attention it deserves. To get a quote or learn more, email us at info@GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com, call 973-738-3881, or scan the QR code in the center of your screen today. John Kovach, Jack Barber, coming to you live from Tap Webb Field, Delaware Valley Regional High School. 7-7 the score between the visiting A.L. Johnson Crusaders and the Delaware Valley Terriers. Homecoming, a lot of people in pink supporting Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and some really good football for the first 12 minutes.
Absolutely, and if there was anything I really had to say about that first quarter, it just almost looked like an even 50-50 split. Obviously, we're going to see a clash of different styles tonight. Del Val's going to do it mostly through the air. They're obviously getting it on the ground a little bit, but A.L. Johnson is going to be a complete ground attack throughout the game, with the exception of that one 71-yard touchdown bomb by Jack Kalikis earlier on.
I-back throws to Jaden Brown in space on the flare pass, and a flag on the sidelines, but judging from the reaction of the coaches on Del Val, I'm not sure which way this is going.
I saw a lot of high fives going around on the A.L. Johnson side. This might actually be going back. They're signaling it.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Delaware Valley. It's going to back them up 15 yards. Erase that gain, and I believe this is dead ball. I think it's going to be third down coming out of this.
Oh, man. If you're Del Valle, you can't just shoot yourself in the foot like this, especially with the momentum clearly on A.L. Johnson's
I didn't
side.
see a dead ball foul indication. The box still says second, but I think it should be third down. And now the Johnson coaches are on the field trying to get clarification on that. And I have to tell it. All right, well, now they're moving now the players. I'm so confused right now.
I think the referees might have made a mistake on the initial call.
Was not a dead ball foul. So that was second down replayed. Short gain brings up third. And third and
Well, you got one of two options here, really. You can either set yourself up to...
Third and 19. Sorry, Jack.
You can either set yourself up to maybe have a good punt, maybe just run it a couple of yards, get A.L. Johnson backed up on their side.
Or you could throw this screen pass that gets sniffed out by A.L. Johnson after a short gain. It's going to be fourth and about 16. And Costello will be back to punt for the first time tonight. Del Valle is short a player. Good snap. Punts up, decent punt. Fielded by McBride around the 45. He gets it into Del Valle territory. First and 10 for the Crusaders at the Delaware Valley 43-yard line.
Well, Jack Halickas is going to come onto the field here with A.L. Johnson clearly in the driver's seat now.
Well, this field position allows you to get in your wishbone, getting your double tight, and just run the triple option and chew up time.
Absolutely.
Wait for the indication that the play clock's in the final 5 seconds before you snap the ball, burn clock, score, and go in with a lead. But instead, we are seeing the split to this side. That's going to be Carlucci again. Handoff to the fullback. Majerska on the carry. He picks up 2 or 3. We have a player down for Delaware Valley. And Ben Eibach told us earlier in the week when we talked to him that they had a fair number of guys hurt. This was the first week they were going to have most of them back.
Yeah, and he seemed really excited about that when he talked to him earlier this week. So this kind of hurts to see right now. But on the other hand, it's a rough game. It's a cold night, and hopefully he can get back out there. You never know. I think that based off of the way that he was stretching his leg out, there's a small chance that this could be a cramp, but either way.
It might just be. Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season. Let us help you promote your business and organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen or get in touch by emailing sponsorships at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881.
That was Luke and Alberti on that. Glad to see he's up.
Coming off quite gingerly, getting a nice cheer from the fans.
Excellent student section they got here tonight, too, small as it may be.
They do a great job. You won't think they're small by the end of this. 2nd and 8 for Johnson. Handoff up the middle again.
You can almost
pick up of another 2.
You can almost understand the conservative play calling here that they're going with, but I still think that there's a little bit too much time left in the second quarter to not maybe go for something a little bit more wide out, maybe a little bit outside of the hash marks. Just take a little bit of a chance and get a couple first downs.
Well, you body punch, and you get the defense impatient where guys start to look in and try to guess who's, and I'm going to help tackle that guy, except I'm supposed to tackle that guy that's carrying it around the edge, and I have a problem right now.
Good point indeed.
Give up the middle again. Into a pile. Pile driven forward. Plus you're in 4-down territory. You're going to go for it here, even though it's 4th and 4.
Oh, absolutely. I think they're 1 for 1 on 4th downs tonight, going back to that first drive. But it's going to be a long, call that about 3, 4th and 4. I thought it might have been 4th and 3 there. Either way, might be a little risky to run something up the middle.
I think you're going to see something a little more misdirection here. You're going to see a reverse. You're going to see a counter. Here's the same motion by Rendiero. Change. They're looking at the wristbands. Haven't gotten a call from the sidelines. Rendiero again. Toss to him. He's going to take it around the right edge. He's strung out. He picks up a yard or 2, but it's not enough. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Delaware Valley from their own 34 with 8 minutes to go in this first half, tied at 7.
Well, that was a good effort there by Manny Rendiero, but when you're kind of backed up against the corner there and you got maybe 3-4 yards to go, you kind of at that point know on 4th down that they're going to try to maybe do something on the outside unless you put a power back up the middle. So good effort by Rendiero, just didn't work out. And now it's Terriers ball.
Player down on the field in front of the Del Val bench. It's a Crusader from Johnson. Is your team ready for the spotlight? The winter 2025-26 season is right around the corner. Don't let fans, family, or recruiters miss a moment. Don't worry, Jared. I'll do a make good. Book your event to be streamed live with the Garden State Athletic Network. We deliver professional, high-quality coverage on our network, and your event can reach a national audience streaming on the NFHS network. That's maximum exposure for your school, organization, or athlete. Lock in dates to ensure your team gets the attention it deserves. Get information by emailing info@gardenstateathleticnetwork.com, calling 973-738-3881, or scanning the QR code in the center of your screen today. It's Nick Carlucci who's walking off under his own power. He has the touchdown on that long pass for Johnson.
I'll be interested to see what they do at wideout on their next offensive possession.
Probably line up with 2 tight ends if I know these guys.
Maybe so.
Back in that diamond formation for Del Val. Handoff up the middle is stuffed right at the line. Brown with the carry, gets about a yard. 2nd and 9, 7:45 to go.
You know, John, it's funny. It almost seemed like they really fell in love with that diamond formation towards the end of the last drive. Obviously, it worked for them. I think they had the big 20-yard gain on that last drive coming out based out of the diamond formation. And I guess that just comes with the spread, but I want to see them switch it up, and they're going right back to it again.
If it's working, stay with it.
Absolutely.
Play action pass. I-box ball is up. He's got a receiver. Caught. Nobody around him is Tyler Small. And Tyler Small, 65 yards.
What an amazing, that was the signature play I wanted to see from Kovach tonight. Just went back, almost looked like he was going to go back for some play action, threw it out to Small, perfect placement, in for 6.
It's a tough pattern to cover. You had 2 safeties back, but you're a safety. You can't let anybody behind you. Tyler Small was farther away than anybody and catches that in stride and gives Del Val the lead back.
You think it's too soon to make a joke about a guy with the last name Small getting a big score there? Or?
Extra point is blocked. I think it might be now.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say maybe a little bit cliche, but either way, still a very electric score there.
7:07 left in this first half. Tyler Small's 65-yarder from Kelton Kovach puts Delaware Valley back in the lead.
And now we haven't really seen it from them all night, but I really would like to see A.L. Johnson. They can run the same game plan. Obviously, I'm not going to be the guy to tell them to stop running triple option. It's what they do, and it's in their blood. But I think that what they really need to do right now is at least pick up the tempo a little bit. Lot of time wasted trying to milk the clock up until this point. It's a hard offense to run when you're down. You got to run it quick now.
I have to tell you, when they got to great field position on the Del Val side of the 50, I thought, take time. Now, get in and run your triple option as fast as you can. Kick is deep, bounces around the 10, ricochets and bounces out of bounds. That's going to be a procedure against Del Val. We'll see what they opt to do.
It'll be interesting to see there. You saw Rendiero, very smart to lay off that. Thought maybe it could have bounced because you never know the way a football is going to bounce sometime. Maybe into the end zone. Good job laying off of that. It's going to go out to the 40-yard line. Hopefully, though, this time, like we said, hopefully they still keep a better tempo because you want to go into halftime with the momentum.
I thought that was bound for the end zone. I never thought that one was going to go out of bounds. So Johnson opts to take the ball at their 35, 1st and 10, 7:07 left in the first half. Delaware Valley has just taken a 13-7 lead. John Kovach, Jack Barber with you at Tap Webb Field at Delaware Valley High School. No receiver wide, wide to the near side. And that's Carlucci again. And breaking through is Majerska. Majerska with a big gain takes it all the way to the Delaware Valley 32-yard line.
John, we talked about it in the pregame, that three-headed monster that A.L. Johnson contains. Zaire Majerska was one of the big parts of that. Maybe going to approach 300 yards rushing tonight. Fantastic rush. Took it on the hip a couple of times, trying to tackle him low. Didn't work. Now it's down and deep inside of Del Val territory.
34-yard run gives the Crusaders 1st and 10 at the Delaware Valley 31-yard lines. Coming up on 6.5 minutes to go. Receiver split to the short side. Orbit motion. Handoff right up the middle again. Pushing and falling forward is Majerska again. He picks up 7 or 8 on that one. It's going to, we'll call it 2nd and a long 2, short 3.
Well, it almost seems unfair to not give a guy a hit of the Gatorade bottle after a run like that. But I'll tell you what, he took it in stride, making this a 2nd and short.
Carlucci lined up wide side now. Orbit motion by number 32, who's not on the roster. He tries to get the edge. He's brought down from behind, and he's just short. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard from the 22, just outside the 21-yard line of Del Val.
We saw number 32 on an earlier run play that didn't really go for that many yards. Kind of the same thing there. Seems to be more of their rushing towards the outside of the hash marks guy. And I'll tell you what, it's a shame we don't know his name because he kind of reminds me of Darren Sproles a little bit, the way that he runs.
Well, I think we're going to get it. We'll be able to get that at halftime. Orbit motion by Downey. Keeper. Nope, excuse me, give to Majerska. They're fooling me on this stuff. Majerska with a 21-yarder, and it's 13-13 with 4:59 to go.
And what were we talking about 5 minutes ago, John? Up in the tempo. Well, how much more up can the tempo get right there? Majerska, just a direct handoff, goes right through the entirety of the Del Val defense, shakes a man off, gets right in on the top of the end zone on the left-hand side.
They faked me out on the give. Water bucket alignment here. Everybody to one side in a muddle huddle look. See if they kick. Tied at 13. High snap, kicks up. It's good.
Oliveira's kick is good for the point after. Johnson takes the lead, 14-13.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I was really excited when we got called on this, started doing a little bit of research. I knew we were going to have us a football game tonight, and this so far, it's either matched or exceeded those expectations. We are seeing an amazing clash of styles right now.
It only took 2 minutes and 8 seconds for Johnson running the triple option to make up that second score by Delaware Valley.
And there's still a lot of time left, a little bit less than halfway through the second quarter. And who knows, we could be in the 20s by the end of the half. We might have a shootout on our hands, John.
We could. We very well could, because there's still plenty of time left in this quarter. And it looks like we're going to go blow for blow like a couple of heavyweights tonight.
It's like Tyson and Holyfield on a Saturday night. Oh, it's Friday. My apologies.
Yeah. They used to have big fights on Friday nights, too. Oliveira to kick for Johnson. He bounces it, and it's covered up for Del Val by Robert Iluka. The Terriers are going to take over at their own 33.
Have we seen a single possession start within the other team's 20-yard line tonight?
I don't believe so. I do not believe so.
This is why the scoring's been really picking up in the second half. It was kind of a chess match in the first, really just kind of seeing guys go from one end of the field a little bit, maybe get into the opposing 45-40, and then just kind of sputtering out offensively. And now we're seeing holes open up. We're seeing excellent routes getting run. Let's see how Del Val responds here.
2 receivers to each side. Motion across by Crouchenhouse. Rolling out is Ibach. Fires a pass to Crouchenhouse. He catches it near the sideline. Fights his way forward. He should move to chains. He'll be around the 43-yard line. It's going to be close.
Not exactly sure if he got it there. It looks to be either on the line, maybe a yard short. Could be even inches now that I'm looking at it properly. Wish we had a chain gang on this side too, but
sorry.
You can't win them all.
No, first down. They're moving them. 10-yard gain. 1st and 10 for Del Val at their own 43-yard line. 4:30 to go. Slow motion across by Costello. Ibach takes it, steps up, ladders out to his right. Kind of a half-hearted pump fake and then runs. He'll pick up about 4, bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, in that situation, I don't know if I could have even done that good of an improvisational, can't even say it right, improvisational job as Ibach just did right there. Gaining a couple of yards right there, getting about 4 in a situation where he looked like he was either going to get sacked or have to throw it away.
And he did pump. He had it up in his arm. He kind of pumped. I don't know if that just bought him some time as receivers backed off, but just a nice job of making something happen there. 2nd and 6 now, coming up on 3:45 to go in the half. Handoff right up the middle. Just about everybody on the field is in this pile. They whistle it dead, and they'll get give forward progress, which is just shy of 50. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 49-yard line of Delaware Valley. 3:20 to go.
Completely agree with that simple halfback dive play that they just ran there. Got to try to get a little bit of extra yardage and milk the clock a little bit too. We're almost at 3 minutes now. Try to get a good 3rd down scenario here. Maybe a screen pass, John.
You want to score and not give your opponent time to get back. Inverted slot to each side, one back. Ibach back, looks, steps ahead. There's a flag. This is going to come back. He picks up enough for the 1st down, but that flag is in a hold zone. Now, they're signaling the other way. Oh, it is holding, well, despite the signals from the officials in the all-yellow uniforms.
That was a nice try there by number 5.
It was a good try.
It was.
Good try.
Good effort. I'll give them an 8 out of 10 there, but either way, now they're backed up. Now you got to do something deep. I expect to see a couple wide receivers split on either side right here.
And this was one thing that Ben Ibach said to us when we talked to him the other night, was that his team really needs to clean up the penalties at key situations. That 2nd touchdown is basically because the ball bounced out of bounds and you gave it to them at their 35. Here you've got a hold a race as a 1st down. I guess they're saying he didn't break the plane. Ibach, he's being chased.
Now a flag's down.
Well, where that flag is, I think it might be another hold.
I'll tell you what, though, he absolutely broke the plane there. That should be an offside and offsetting penalties right there.
Instead, it's coming back. As soon as he breaks the plane, there should be a whistle. So I'm guessing he never broke the plane. What impressed me there is John Brown, the senior lineman, chasing down Ibach from behind.
Absolutely. Just pure effort. It's talent on talent, and Ibach's quite the talent. But on the other side of the ball, you just got to have the speed and the strength to take him down.
So another 10 yards.
10-yard foul brings the ball back to Del Val.
And now Del Val has the ball at their own 26. It's 3rd and 27.
I'm telling you, John, this is one of those what do you got plays.
Ibach back to pass. He's under pressure. He's dragged down from behind for a loss of 2.
Not what you want to see when you still have 2 minutes left on the clock. Wondering why A.L. Johnson isn't taking a timeout yet.
Me too, and they just called it, as you said it. And that was Brown again chasing Ibach down.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there's some kind of first-half game ball that they have in the locker room, maybe give it to him right now, because besides the offense, defensively, he's been A.L. Johnson's best player, and he did it on the last 2 drives of that one possession. Or the last 2 plays, rather.
Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have networking game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season and beyond. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen or get in touch with us by emailing sponsorships, plural, at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com or by calling 973-738-3881. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show. First time out called by either team is called by Johnson. They have 2 left. It's 4th and forever for Delaware Valley. You're going to see Costello punting. He'll take the snap around his own 11. Gets it off. And gets off a great punt that gets a big roll.
Unbelievable punt.
And that is going to set up
a super strong punt by Costello.
Johnson at their own 16-yard line. That is, you cannot overstate how important that punt could be in the outcome of this game.
Can we get Costello some kind of special teams
You're
award
giving
tonight?
away a lot of awards. This is
That one
money.
in particular was earned right there because Costello has been doing it all tonight. Maybe not a whole lot of punts except for the 2 that he's had, but other than that, on kicks, just everything, he's been doing fantastic tonight.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I'm just simply stating that you're giving away a lot of hardware.
All right, I know. It's expensive. I should probably take some of them back.
It's all right. No. Give them out. We'll figure it out.
I'm just a sucker for good football, John.
I'll tell you what. This is good football. Carlucci split just inside the numbers to our side. Deep motion. Handoff to McBride. There's a pile. And now you got to wonder if Del Val's acting like they're coming out of the pile with the ball.
McBride runs off tackled by a host.
Based off of the reaction of them going back into the defensive huddle, I would say not. Maybe just a bad acting job there?
I would not give any awards for the acting on that, no.
Absolutely not.
No.
Maybe a golden raspberry for them.
Maybe. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6. Coming up on a minute to go in the first half. 14-13, a 1-point lead for the A.L. Johnson Crusaders. They're in white, going from left to right. And not in any hurry to run a lot of plays here. Give there. Nope, Kalik has kept that one. Picked up about 3. Brings up 3rd and 3. Now here I'm surprised Del Val's not using their timeouts.
I would completely agree with you
But
there, John.
I think both sides are going to be satisfied to get out of here in what's really anybody's game still right now.
I am a little bit disappointed that Del Val didn't take a timeout after that very first option run that they took on first down. However, I completely understand it's a tight ball game. Maybe they can make a good defensive stop when we come back in the third quarter.
It's a tight game, and it's still up in the air. 14-13, A.L. Johnson with the lead here at Delaware Valley. We're going to step out for halftime. We'll be back when play resumes. Welcome back to Delaware Valley Regional High School. John Kovach and Jack Barber with you. Taking a look at the first half scoring. Delaware Valley opens it. Ben Culbertson with an 8-yard run. Then this spectacular 75-yard pass on a deflection for Johnson, caught by Nick Carlucci. Del Val takes the lead back on a 65-yarder by Tyler Small, and then a 21-yard run by Zaire Majirska. It's one extra point that's making a difference here for Johnson.
Absolutely, and it's what we've seen so far really just seems like your classic heavyweight clash of a football game right now. That 1 point, you see it especially these days. Extra points can play so much in the outcome of a football game, and we don't know if that's going to play any dividends for Del Val. Obviously, it's got him down right now. A.L. Johnson, for the most part, has the momentum going into the second half, especially since they're going to receive the second half kickoff. And I will say this, though. If I had any notes for these teams for victory going into the second half, for Del Val, I would say more so stick to what you've been doing offensively so far. Maybe put Kelton Eibach in less positions where he has to improvise, but nonetheless, he's doing an amazing job. Just trust your receivers to get open. And on the A.L. Johnson side, I would say maybe just kind of play it like Rocky Balboa in the second Rocky movie. Because he threw off Apollo Creed. He went a little bit more southpaw. Because remember, one of the big scoring plays that they had in the first half was that 70-yard bomb by Jack Kalikis. So maybe we have to see a little bit more. And I'm not saying with a triple option offense, you have to pass all the time. It's not in the game plan. But maybe a few more passes out there just to throw Del Val off their game.
Did you have Johnson scoring on a 75-yard pass on your bingo card, and did you have Johnson throwing for 75 yards on your bingo card? I did not. Johnson will get the ball to start the second half. Del Val won the toss and elected to receive.
To answer that bingo card question, I didn't know if they were going to throw for 70 yards for the remainder of the season, let alone on one play.
Well, that's, as you said, as that play unfolded, you have a new receiving leader, because coming into tonight, Manny Rendiero, who's had some great runs, was the leading receiver for Johnson with a jaw-dropping 53 yards. Braden Costello to kick for Del Val. They trail by 1, 14-13. Fielded inside the 10, and good coverage, smothers it around the 15. I think 9 members of the coverage team were there to greet Rendiero.
If there is any aspect of this Del Val team that you can not in any form say hasn't done their job tonight, it's the special teams. They've been fantastic. Extra point aside, they have shown up and they have done their job tonight, whether it be on kick returns on their end or kick return blocking on the other side. Del Val special teams. I can't give out any more awards tonight, but you get it. They're doing a great job.
1st and 10 around the 18-yard line. Give to Majirska, and he's brought down right around the line of sky. They're giving him 3.
Majirska with an excellent first half, especially towards the end of the second quarter with that touchdown.
Is there anybody who touched the ball for Johnson that you really can't say had an excellent first half? They all did their job.
They really did, and like I was saying in the pregame, I've already mentioned it a few times tonight as well. It is a 3-headed monster that they have out there. And, you could also put Jack Kalikis out there as well, because a quarterback is just as big of a part of an option offense as anybody else.
2nd and a long 7, just outside the A.L. Johnson 20. Carlucci is right at the top of the numbers near side. Orbit motion by number 32. That's Matthew Robertazzi.
And we were talking about Robertazzi right before the half. Finally got his name in there. And just again, this kid runs with an explosive power on the outside, and they've been using him with outside runs a lot. I hope they utilize him more in the second half. That kid is Darren Sproles 2.0.
They're putting him in a lot of orbit motion and trying to get him up the edge. And I agree with you. I see an opportunity there for Johnson to do damage. They've got another set of downs thanks to Robertazzi. 1st and 10 at the Crusaders' 37-yard line. Just over a minute into this second half, they lead by 1. Lots of moving around by the Del Val defense. They're in the yellow with the blue helmets. Right up the middle and past tacklers. And nobody is going to stop Zaire Majerska.
Well, I got to tell you something, John, and maybe I've been a little bit of a cynic with this option offense tonight. We've talked about it and talked about it, but Zaire Majerska has made me a believer tonight. Just absolutely killing them going up the gut, finding the gaps, small as they may be, and just exploding for these 30, 40, 50-yard gains. I think that's the third or fourth time that he's done that tonight. Fantastic play.
63 yards, the official tally on that touchdown by Majerska, his second of the night. Kicks up. It's good. 21-13. Just a minute 16 into this second half. Let's take a look. I want to take a look again at that if we can after this ad. Is your team ready for the spotlight? The winter 2025-26 season is right around the corner. Don't let fans, family, or recruiters miss a moment. Book your event to be live streamed with the Garden State Athletic Network. We deliver professional, high-quality coverage on our network, and your event can reach a national audience streaming on the NFHS network. Lock in your dates now. To get a quote, email info@gardenstateathleticnetwork.com. Call us at 973-738-3881 or scan the QR code when we put it back up on your screen.
Let's see if that Del Val special teams can keep up their high rate of success tonight, maybe get out past the 30-yard line on this.
Kicks fielded around the 10 by Murphy. Liam Murphy gets it out just inside the 25, right around the 25, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Terriers.
Well, it's not the 30-yard line. You can't be too mad with a 25-yard start, though. But it's not going to be any easier for Kelton Nybach now, being down by 8 points.
Just an off-tackle run, and he just accelerated past would-be tacklers, did Zaire Majerska. He now has 84 yards just on his 2 touchdown carries.
Unbelievable, and not even to take into account the many chunk plays that he's had tonight as well. Well over 100 yards tonight.
Jet motion across. They counter against it. Pick up a couple.
And I'll tell you what, I know that Del Val has gotten to this point in the season with 4 wins, 2 losses through efficiency, efficient passing, and obviously running this spread offense to its purest form. But now, I don't know if I would say it's the time for desperation, but if Zaire Majerska is going to keep on blowing up coverages on the opposite side, it might be time to air it out a little bit more here.
2 receivers wide to each side. Single back for Del Val. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Ibach takes the snap, rolls, doubles back on himself. He's backed up a long way, throws it. There's a screen. He's got a check down, dodging one tackler, getting about back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get the number on that.
Ibach's pass is complete, saving a loss, gaining yard, a couple yards.
Pass was to Gabe Miller.
Oh, man.
On the check down. They actually do end up picking up a couple of yards.
Excellent. That was almost a Madden-like play right there, zigzagging in the backfield between the hash marks, trying to throw off defenders. I'm very impressed that he actually got that check down pass off. An excellent, excellent hustle by the receiver to come back and catch that and go back up, get a couple of yards, make this an easier third
I am
down.
amazed that they got anything out of that.
Absolutely.
Wing and 2 receivers to our side, that's going to be a false start. But the flag to the wall, let's see how they call this. Both teams pointing at each other. It is a false start against Delaware Valley. I'll back them up 5. It's going to make it 3rd, and they're chasing the chains. 3rd, and we'll call it 12.
It started sometime in the second quarter, and it's so far carried into the second half. Del Val has got to stop shooting themselves in the foot on 2nd and 3rd down with these penalties.
Head coach Ben Ibach said to that to us the other night, Jack, talking to him on the phone. We've got to be disciplined. We've got to stop hurting ourselves. Ibach on the roll, throws it. I think it's out of bounds. It is. That's going to be incomplete. Bring up 4th and 12, and Del Val's going to be forced to punt deep in their own territory. With 8:33 to go in the third quarter, they trail A.L. Johnson 21-13.
And I think that the defensive back on coverage right there just gave the little hand motion to buckle your seatbelts, and he's right, because I'll tell you what, the three-headed monster's coming back out on the field. Let's see what kind of field position they can get after another Costello punt.
Costello gets it off, no pressure. He got a great roll the last time. That one's out of bounds, and it's going to give Johnson possession inside the Delaware Valley 45. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Del Val 43 with 8:26 to go. And this is a place, again, like we talked about during the situation in the first half, where you can get in this wishbone offense, get 4 yards a clip, and burn a whole lot of time, especially protecting an 8-point lead.
And you can absolutely run it to your game plan that you talked about before this contest even started when you're up by 8+ points. A.L. Johnson, they now have an opportunity to run it exactly how they want to. There's no desperation on their side. They're not deep in their opponent's territory, but being in the 43-yard line is getting pretty close.
Carlucci is outside the numbers on the short side, close to his sideline. Give there to Rendiero. Rendiero's going to lose a couple here. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the Delaware Valley 45.
And you know, from everything that we've seen from all the other running backs on this A.L. Johnson team, they have actually done a pretty good job at keeping Rendiero in check tonight. Leading rusher coming into the game for the Crusaders.
But when you have that many guys who can run the ball well, when you've got Majerski, who's got 84 yards on 2 touchdowns tonight, coming in with 203. Rendiero, 222. You've got Julian Colon with 206. We've barely mentioned his name. He's fresh legs. Back to pass, Kalikis. He has a man open, but overthrows him on the post, wide open, number 44, Nicholas Salento.
And I'll tell you what, Salento had that gap, and he was hungry and ready to score that touchdown. A little overthrown by Kalikis. And I'll tell you what, that's where the triple option gives you an advantage in this offense, because when you throw it, you never expect it. Defensive backs can get a little lazy deep into a game when they don't think that when they think that they're looking for a run play.
They don't expect a pass, and they start to want to be part of it, and they're peeking. They're peeking into the backfield. Who's got the ball? Where can I give run support? He had 2 steps. He catches that.
Absolutely.
There's nobody stopping him before the parking lot. 3rd and 12, 7:23 to go. Keeper by Kalikis. He gets the edge. He'll be out of bounds right around the 40-yard line, where it's going to be 4th and 8
Del Val 40.
Well, you know, we can kind of nitpick. We can strip away everything that A.L. Johnson's done on offense tonight. It's been very impressive. But when you take away what Majorska's done and that prayer of a throw by Kalikis to get that early touchdown, they've had themselves set up deep into opponent territory 2 or 3 times tonight, and it seems like their strategy is either to milk the clock or to just maybe go for one deep throw and then just kind of surrender the drive. So I want to see if they can build on this lead later on in the game.
Punt fielded by Costello at the 8, and he's brought down. Good coverage right at the 10, where Delaware Valley will take over 1st and 10 with 7:06 left in this third quarter. 21-13, an 8-point lead for A.L. Johnson.
I'll tell you right now, really, I know I've been saying it, I want to see another iBox signature play. We saw it in the first half on that touchdown pass to Small. He's going to have to trust his receiver, and he really hasn't had too many receivers get open tonight. It almost seems like A.L. Johnson was very prepared with their defensive backs as far as coverage tonight. Got to give him credit.
Hand off to Jaden Brown. Brown picks up a few. Call it 1. Could be 2nd and 9 from the 11.
Brings up a 2nd down and 9 for Del Val.
Got a substitution there, number 4 coming out.
Gabe Miller, number 8, goes in for Brown. Two receivers near side, one up top. Quickie to Dylan Rasimowicz. Rasimowicz gets it out near the 20. Going to set up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you there, it was a good screen pass in essence, but they got really lucky that Quell McBride was playing somewhat conservative coverage on the back end. That shouldn't have gone for any yards.
We'll call it 3rd and 3. They've moved the spot inside the 20. We're inside 6 minutes to go in this third quarter. 2 backs in the backfield. Ibach under center. Takes the snap, pushes forward. They're trying to pull him back, signaling for a fumble.
Ibach on the keeper for a short gain.
Are the Crusaders. Now, I thought he was short. Now they're moving the chains. He got the first down.
Wow. You know.
Nope, wait a minute. Now we're going to bring the sticks in for a measurement.
Let's see here. It's always interesting, John, when you see a guy go for a QB sneak on a 3rd and 2, but let's see if it paid off. No tush push, he says. We like to have fun here at Del Val.
Oh, this is a great place to do it. We want to thank Delaware Valley for all the support they give us. They really treat us well here. All right, let's see. He's short. He's short a few links. It's going to be 4th. Trying to get a look at that. It's not a foot. I don't think he's a foot short.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you got some fans out there, and we can hear it through the headsets screaming out, punt the football. Again, this is another situation where halfway through the third quarter, it's probably going to be a hard count. But Ibach's a big kid. They have great options at running back for short down situations. This should be very interesting if the ball gets in Ibach's hands.
Going to be gutsy. Ibach comes up. He got under center and winning the battle at the line. The Crusaders, they just pushed the line of scrimmage back, but I'm looking at the spot. Yep, it is a first down. Turned over on downs by Delaware Valley. Gutsy call doesn't pay off, and the defensive line for Johnson just won that battle.
Sometimes, John, it just comes down to a war of attrition, and I hate to say it, but Del Val just lost out right there. I didn't really understand why they had I-back go right up to the line right before the snap was called. You can definitely have a little bit of issues with the handoff going there. I don't know if that was maybe the case. He almost looked like he was going to the left when he was trying to sneak it in. Either way, very questionable decision by Coach I-back to run that play. But either way, now that Del Val defense is going to have to pick up the scraps.
Showing confidence in his offense, but now his defense needs to stop. Out at the top of the numbers on the far side. Tossed there to Robertazzi. Robertazzi gets the edge. He picks up about 4, 2nd and 6.
Tell you what, he's not a big kid. Robertazzi is quickly becoming my favorite running back in this game right now.
You like the edge stuff.
I do. Well, you know, it's not even just the edge stuff. It's just the fact that he's not huge as far as size, but he's got speed. He's got agility. It's really just a combination of Sproles and Sanders out there. And, yeah, if you can get to the outside and you can move those legs quick as you can, it's a fun thing to watch. Hope he gets more opportunities tonight.
He's at the left wing. Logan Downey at the right wing. Downey in motion. Flags on the play. Delay a game, the call.
That's
against the Crusaders.
I think that's the second delay of game call on
You are
A.L.
correct.
Johnson tonight.
Second, call it 2nd and 11 now.
A lot of motion in the backfield associated with their game plan. You got to do it quick sometimes. You got to start calling the play. Maybe with about 20 to 15 seconds left on the play clock, you got to be under center already.
Carlucci, split wide to the top. Kalikas under center for Johnson. Gives to Majerska. Majerska gets a chunky yardage back. Going to be 3rd and 4 at the 15.
It almost seems like an advertisement to me. Hey, you want to make a situation better to yourself? Give it to Majerska.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, just making it a nice little 3rd and short there after a 2nd and 10. I mean, you know, it's basic football almost, but he's running it up the gut. He's doing it well. He's finding gaps.
Kalikas has it, escapes one tackle, he's reeled in, breaks a couple more tackles, fights his way forward, and he's tackled for a short gain. It's going to be 4th and short around the 12-yard line for the Crusaders. Clock running with, no, clock stopped, excuse me.
Now, John.
This is all coming back, a chop block. This might be a huge break for Del Val.
Undoubtedly.
On the run, you have a chop block foul against Johnson, which will bring the ball back. 10 yards.
I'll tell you what, though.
3rd down.
With a situation like this, do you keep playing this go it your own way type playing with A.L. Johnson, just kind of keep it on with the option running? Or do you pull something out of your bag of tricks, maybe put out your 3rd or 4th passing attempt of the night tonight?
I'm looking at a reverse or a pass here. Your 3rd and...
Penalty results in a loss of 3rd down.
It's an excellent idea, actually. They should go for a reverse.
You're at 3rd and 16. I'm thinking a reverse.
Well, if they're going to do it, number 3 is definitely going to get involved.
He's in motion. Back to pass. Kalikas puts it up to Carlucci. Ball's up. The tug of war for it. It's an interception. Watch the replay on this. Kalikas right back to pass. Ball is up. I'm trying to get a number. Who came down with that, Jack?
Great defense by Tyler Small.
Tyler Small, who caught a touchdown earlier, makes what might be a bigger play here on defense with an interception.
I'll tell you what, if Del Val takes advantage of that, I think I know who we might have to interview after the game tonight, because Tyler Small is having himself a day. And I'll tell you what, that pass right there just gave me a couple flashbacks to an old Seahawks and Packers game back from 2012.
Oh, my.
Only the officials obviously called it correctly this time.
Oh, my. And a timeout here. The officials discussing. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better outcome if you're Delaware Valley than that interception in the end zone.
They have been gifted a golden opportunity here to get themselves back in this game.
Fake handoff by Ibach, puts it up. He's got a receiver. What a stretching catch. It's Chase Crouchunas.
Oh, my goodness. Absolutely amazing. Collapsing pocket, gets it out there, mosses it over the defender to get it out to midfield. Beautiful play and an even better catch.
You teach your receivers to get the ball at its highest point. He did just that. He actually came off. I think he might be trying to catch his breath after that landing.
Oh, can you blame him?
Not at all. I can't jump that high, let alone land from that height. Not without it registering on seismographs.
You know, I'm not an old guy, but I think I might break something if I was coming down off of that even today.
Ibach with the pass again, over everybody. He was aiming for Braden Picardo Lesak. And we've got a flag behind the play.
Is incomplete, bringing up a second down and 10 for Delaware.
My intuition is trying to tell me that might have been slight interference on Manny Rendiero, but
it's a hold against Delaware Valley. It's going to back them up 10 yards back into their own territory. 2:06 to go in the third quarter.
During the play, you have a hold against Del Val, which will bring the ball back 10 yards.
well, we got a 2nd and 20 now. I would expect to see Ibach do something directly out of the gun right here.
First and 20. Back at the Delaware Valley 43-yard line. Ibach takes the snap. He doesn't move. Fires it, and it's off. Almost intercepted. Off the hands of Braden Costello, and then out of the hands of Rendiero, who was there, and it was kind of like, what's this? But he had no chance to react.
Absolutely. And, you know, they teach you, though, even at the younger levels, that you always have to be ready for the ball to be in your hands as you're turning around. It was on point. It might not have been exactly in his range of motion as far as it might have been more towards his forearms than his hands, but you still got to make that catch and set yourself up with a better third down.
2nd and 20 for the Terriers. 2:01 to go in the third quarter. Ibach steps up in the pocket, fakes a pump. He's going to run now. Decides to take the collision, punches his way forward. He gets 10, brings 3rd and 10 now. 3rd and 9, actually, once they spot it from the Johnson 46-yard line. 1:35 to go and running here in the third quarter. 21-13 the score in favor of the Crusaders of A.L. Johnson.
We might still be in the third quarter, but even now, this still, for some reason, to me, feels like 4-down territory right here.
I'm not going to argue with you. Jet motion across. Snap to Ibach. He's under pressure again. Runs left. Fires it through a whole bunch of hands who could have come down with that in both colored shirts. And it's an incomplete pass. 4th down and 9.
Well, he's played a pretty good game tonight, but you got to think Ibach might have been trying to play a little bit of hero ball right there. He had a tiny opening to maybe get 3 or 4 extra yards there. Maybe set themselves up with a halfway decent 4th and 5, maybe even a 4th and 6, and potentially get a first down the next play.
Costello to punt. They're going to try to pin him deep. Punts up, it's high. It's fielded around the 10 by McBride. Coverage was right there. And Crouchunas, who made the big catch, makes the tackle. A.L. Johnson will take over 1st and 10 inside their own 15.
Well,
right around the 10-yard line.
You really can't discredit Del Val's special teams tonight. They have all been doing their jobs. Excellent setting them up on kick returns. And on the opposite end, at the very least, keeping A.L. Johnson far away from the opposite end zone.
They're going to have to put a drive together to get out of here. Carlucci just staying out at the top of the numbers on the top side. Motion across. Give up the middle. I'm going to bet it's Majerska.
I think you're right.
And he's going to be down after a gain of 2 or 3. See, he keeps getting 2 or 3 a carry.
But it's always a solid 2 or 3. You always argue that maybe you always want a running back to average more than 4 yards per carry, but it also depends on the scenario and the situation. If you're backed up at the line of scrimmage and you're still somehow able to push forward and keep going, churn your legs and get another 2 or 3 yards out of that, that is a huge benefit to an offense.
Slowly coming back to the line with about 15 seconds left in the third quarter. A.L. Johnson, Kalikas under center. He fumbled the snap, picks it up, carries it around the right edge, and he's pushed out of bounds by Costello. He made something literally out of nothing there. The third quarter's going to come to an end. 3rd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
I'll tell you what, something out of nothing. You're not kidding. I don't know how Kalikas got out of that. You could see from our end of the screen, just fell down. Couldn't see him on the line of scrimmage, just popping up and then getting out for another 5-yard gain. Want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen or get in touch by emailing sponsorships at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show.
21-13, an 8-point lead for the A.L. Johnson Crusaders here at Tap Webb Field at Delaware Valley Regional High School.
I'll tell you what, just from the games that we've been to this year, this one, the 8 points don't really tell the story. This has been a war of attrition. It's been a chess match at times, especially in the second quarter. It was a shootout. We've seen, I feel like we've watched 3 different games over the course of this hour and a half, 2 hours.
And it still hangs in the balance.
12 minutes to destiny, John.
3rd and 1 for the Crusaders. Their own 19. Motion, give to Majerska.
That was Majerska again.
Yep. But I don't, well, no, they're spotting forward progress. Forward progress is a gain of 2 and a first down for Johnson.
This kid is just a bull. And I'll tell you right now, it's like a china shop out there, and the china is wearing yellow. Unbelievable job by Majerska tonight.
He is earning those yards, too. Although the touchdown, the way he was able to accelerate away once he got through the pile.
It really does amaze me how guys can accelerate like that, especially with the yards after contact, taking a beating up close and then being able to go out and just turning on the fifth gear. Majerska's been excellent at that tonight.
Motion across. I think Kalinka's kept that one.
Thought I saw it
Picked up 2 or 3.
started getting a little choppy there with number 77 on A.L. Johnson.
Somebody wasn't happy. I mean, you've been in a fight all night. I mean, this game, this is pack the box. This is beyond Smash Mouth because you're just packing the box and just crashing into each other all night long.
Absolutely.
A lot of peppering going on, faking the blitz, counter to Rendiero. He picks up a couple, makes it 3rd and 5.
We really haven't been calling out Rendiero's name tonight, so it's nice to see him get a little bit more involved in the offense. I wouldn't say that this is a Majerska-style play. Like we said, it's that tough 3-4 yards that you really need on a 3rd and short situation. I would expect Kalikis, Rendiero, maybe even number 32, was it Robertazzi? I would expect Robertazzi to maybe make his presence known on this play.
3rd and 6. Robertazzi on the motion. They fake the pitch to him. It's a dive forward. Gain of a few, but it's going to be 4th and 2 with 9:45 to go in this 4th quarter. And it looks like they're wasting no time sending on the punt unit for the Crusaders. They're in white, blue numbers going from right to left. Del Val, the host, they trail by 8. They are in yellow with the blue helmets going from left to right.
And they've got Krachunas and I believe that's Costello.
Costello's been deep all night. He's had some nice returns. Long time taking that punt. Now it's rolling. Costello fields it on the bounce, and he's going to be down right around the 26-yard line. He probably saved him some roll yardage there, but I don't think that was the outcome that he wanted to end up in that back body drop.
Absolutely not. And, you know, I thought that special teams play was going to be very pivotal for Del Val going into the rest of the game because they need good field position just to get the momentum going back to that offense. You can tell they're a little frustrated, a little bit tired. They don't think that their own plays are working right now, and they need to get past the 50-yard line to prove to themselves that they can do it. But I think a first down would be just as beneficial to them right here, right now.
1st and 10 around the 26-yard line. 9:10 to go in this 4th quarter. 21-13, an 8-point lead for A.L. Johnson. 3 receivers tight to the right side. Ibach takes the snap, rolls, fires it. Incomplete. You had 3 receivers go deep. He threw to the check down out, which was near the 30.
And you can see him trying to get out to Rasimowicz right there. And Ibach just collapsing pockets. He almost looks like Caleb Williams trying to navigate back there, shifting, constantly moving until he finally breaks out of the tackle box. But he just has to, I think, commit to maybe scrambling instead of trying to throw these off-body passes.
He may be just trying to back him off. He doesn't mind running the football, and I can see a run by him being pivotal sometime in the 9 minutes left in this game.
I love the foreshadowing there, John.
Back, forward, back again, rolling to his right, gets the pass off. What a catch by Rasimowicz.
We really haven't been talking about Rasimowicz that much over the course of tonight, but over the last 2 plays, I believe, he's really made his presence known. That was an excellent catch.
The defender made a play for the ball, and in fairness to the defender, would have had to pick 6.
Absolutely.
And just was a little bit early, and as he flew past, Rasimowicz was able to corral that right on the sideline and move the chains. 1st and 10 for Del Val. They are at their own 37-yard line. 8.5 minutes to go in regulation. 2 receivers each side. Passes up, and it's off the hands of Rasimowicz again. Be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Rasimowicz was very tightly covered there. I think we saw maybe 2 or 3 defenders on him on that play. I think Ibach, that was a play where maybe it seemed like it got out of his hands a little bit too quick. It's a tough call there, probably a designed pass play specifically for Rasimowicz. But at the same time, I think on this play, maybe we go for going back to the run game a little bit, set up an easy 3rd down for Ibach.
2nd and 10 from the Delaware Valley 37.5-yard line. 3 receivers top side to the left of Kelton Ibach, 1 back with him, 1 split to the right. Straight back to pass, steps up from the pressure, fires one, incomplete. Was a line drive a little bit short, and now it's 3rd and 10. Chase Krachunas, the intended receiver.
And Krachunas, for the most part, almost looks like he's been Ibach's go-to receiver all night up until Rasimowicz over the last 3 or 4 plays of this drive. But you really want to see a big play. Maybe we find a hero in an unexpected place here. Maybe Smalls comes back out, maybe runs a good post route, something like that, gets himself open on this play here.
You've got a wing and 2 other receivers to the short side. Ibach puts it up. Catching it coming across is Rasimowicz for the 1st down. Setting up Delaware Valley 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of Johnson.
John, can you say Rasimowicz magic? I mean, it just seems like maybe on 1st down, we don't really see a lot out of him, maybe like a tight coverage or maybe a drop, but then it gets to 2nd, 3rd down. This kid turns it up when they need it the most.
They needed it there, and now Delaware Valley's in business. 1st and 10 at the Crusaders' 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle to Brown. Brown runs into a handful of defenders. Might pick up a little bit there, maybe a yard. Going to be 2nd and 9. 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go in regulation. Delaware Valley still trying to make up an 8-point deficit.
Well, with about 7 minutes left in the game, you can still afford, if you're Del Val, to maybe run the game in the trenches for a couple of plays. But when it gets to that 2nd and long, 3rd and long, it's time to air it out again. If I were them, though, I'd start running a few more dink and dunk passes. Beautiful play by Ibach 2 plays prior, but I want to see him go back to that short pass game.
I'm surprised they haven't gone back to the swing or the flare or even a flood concept, run multiple outs and try to get that. Instead, that's a handoff to Krachunas. Krachunas maybe picks up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and, well, we'll call it 3rd and 7. Maybe to give him 2 there.
Yeah, seemed like he got maybe a yard or 2. Definitely got the forward progress as he got pushed back. So we're going to see now. I would expect them definitely. I don't know if they're going to even throw beyond the sticks. Maybe try to get a little bit of space for a receiver so that he can get some yards after the catch here.
Keep in mind, when they caught Small, it was the post, and I haven't seen him go back to the post. They've been able to get behind. Actually, both teams have been able to get behind safeties on a post pattern all night long. You've got 3 receivers in the Delta out here near side.
This should be interesting.
There's the screen to Krachunas. He picks up a few. It's going to be 4th, and we'll call it 4 with 5 minutes and 45 seconds left in regulation.
And I'll tell you what, I have a huge appreciation for drawing a team deep so that you can throw a short screen pass or maybe a 4 or 5 yard pass down a little bit outside of the hash marks. It sets up a really nice 4th and short, still a 4th and 4, but makes it a lot easier for Ibach.
2 receivers wide each side. Ball at the Crusaders' 33-yard line. Quick shot by Ibach. He finds Krachunas for the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Delaware Valley at the 32-yard line. I'm sorry, the 27-yard line.
And I'll tell you, if there's a lot of people in that situation where they would have butterflies in their stomach the size of eagles right now, but you're seeing from Krchunas, you're seeing from Rasimowicz, and you're seeing from Ibach attention, urgency, and just a clutch gene coming out on these 3rd and 4th downs this drive.
One back. Inverted slot to each side for Del Val, 1st and 10. Pump fake by Ibach. He's got a receiver. It's off of the back of Kalikas and falls incomplete. Be 2nd and 10.
Now, if I can get a little bit philosophical here, when it comes to pass interference, I think that it's a little bit subjective. And right there, I didn't really see the defensive back paying attention to the football. I think you could have called that one either way, because I think that maybe in a slightly different scenario, Rasimowicz has that football in his hands. Maybe even if he jumps up, goes over his back, but it wouldn't have been easy.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough interaction between the two, though. It wasn't like he put hands on him. It just hit his back. 2nd and 10. Following his blocker is Ibach. Ladders it through. He's going to have a 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal for Delaware Valley. Clock stop with 4:26 left in regulation.
Kelton Ibach right there just showed that there is not just a single number 9 on this field that can run the football with purpose and power tonight. Again, when the world needed him most, he ran for about 20 yards.
1st and goal inside the 10-yard line, just inside the 9 for Del Val. Back into the diamond formation. Handoff to Culbertson. Clock keeps running.
It almost looked like Culbertson had a chance to break away there. And we haven't seen them use the diamond formation too much since the 2nd quarter.
It's come and gone. They'll throw it out there, I think, when they're going run heavy. Really no gain there, maybe even a loss. 2nd and goal just outside the 9. Coming up on 3:20 to go. Now, last week's game for the Crusaders of Johnson came down to an extra point in overtime. Flag. And Delaware Valley might have had somebody lined up offside.
Oh, this would be killer.
Number 11 lined up offside. So he was a little too far forward. You've got to get out there and you've got to check with the official. Get out to tell him I'm on or I'm off, and he'll place you.
The only excuse you can maybe make for that, it's a very big heat of the moment thing. A situation where you have to come up clutch. The nerves might have gotten to him right there. It's hard even to say that when you're so young that about 60 to 70 times a night you always have to be, sir, am I on the line? Sir, am I on the line?
You can't phrase it that way. You have to, because he doesn't know how you should be set. You have to tell him I'm on or I'm off, and he'll tell you if you've got to move forward or backward. Pass is complete for a short gain to Krchunas. 3rd and goal, just outside the 10. Yeah, you have to tell, because they don't know where you should be if you're supposed to be the receiver who's on or off. So you can't say am I on, am I off. You have to tell him I'm on, and he'll move you forward or backward, or I'm off, and he'll move you backward. Rolling to his left, Ibach. He's looking for a receiver. Ball's up, falling, and caught for a touchdown. I believe that was caught by Braden Costello.
Well, Braden Costello, have yourself a day. Special teams offense, is there anything that he can't do? 3rd and 9, a long 3rd and goal, running out to his left. And you got to give it to Ibach, too, because that was an off-balance throw. Just everything about that play shouldn't have worked, but because of the talent that you have on the field, they somehow made it so.
That was Costello on the catch, and now a timeout called by Johnson. 2:21 to go. Delaware Valley has to go for the 2-point conversion to tie this game. Is your team ready for the spotlight? The winter 2025-26 season is right around the corner. Don't let fans, family, or recruiters miss a moment. Book your event to be streamed live with the Garden State Athletic Network. We deliver professional, high-quality coverage on our network, and your event can reach a national audience streaming on the NFHS network. That's maximum exposure for your school, organization, or athletes. To get a quote or learn more, email us at info@gardenstateathleticnetwork.com, call 973-738-3881, or scan the QR code in the center of your screen.
Well, John, I'll tell you right now, and maybe some members of the audience could tell, maybe some couldn't. This is my first time commentating a live football game, and I'll tell you right now, I don't think I could have asked for a better game to commentate.
They're all like this.
Oh, they're all like this.
They're all like this.
Oh, well, then I guess I have a really fun career ahead of me here. But just action-packed, clash of styles. What else can you say about this game?
This is getting a little hairy for Del Val because they come out of the timeout and then have 10. They're short one on the field. Ibach rolling, puts it up. It's picked off. No good. 21-19, a 2-point lead for Johnson. 2:21 to go.
Well, even if it's not the perfect play, you got to put something out there. Ibach tried to, just didn't work out. The game's not over yet, though, John. Del Val still has all 3 of their timeouts, and we still got a little over 2 minutes to go.
They need a kickoff, and you're in a really bad spot time-wise because it's too early to try the onside kick, I think.
Oh,
I think you have to kick, hope to pin them deep, and their coverage has been good at that all night. Hope you pin them deep, use your timeouts to try to limit the amount of time they can burn, and then hopefully force a punt if you're Delaware Valley.
Regardless, A.L. Johnson, maybe more so than ever tonight, is in the driver's seat because they get to play their game right here, right now. This is where it benefits them the most, getting those short gains. Expect to see a lot of Zaire Majerska on this upcoming drive.
6 to the right side, 4 to the left. They are trying the onside kick. It hasn't gone 10 yards. It just did, and it's recovered by Del Val. It's recovered by Vinny Casagrande. He just let the ball keep rolling. They let the ball roll. He boxes out the front line, and it's 1st and 10. No, wait a minute. There was a signal of 1st down white, but it is 1st down yellow. So maybe we can watch that replay again. If we can't, don't worry. We can go back to it. Oh, here it is.
Just an absolutely perfectly executed onside kick.
See, there's nobody from the return team that wide, and
it almost seemed like a lack of urgency.
Casagrande, I think they thought the same thing I thought. It's too early to try an onside kick.
Absolutely.
And now it's 1st and 10. Ibach back to pass, steps up now. He's rolling. He's got some space, runs, and steps out of bounds just outside the 30-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, Kelton Ibach over the last 30 seconds has gained himself a new lease on life. getting flushed out of the pocket. They brought the hammer down. A.L. Johnson tried to, runs out to the right side, gets a huge gain, and just like that, the momentum has completely flipped on the other end. And we still got 2 minutes left.
Settle down. It's okay, Jack.
Okay.
I know it's your first
Getting
time.
very excited.
It's okay. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
Unreal.
1st and 10 at the 30 for Delaware Valley. They trail by 2, 2:09 left. They have all 3 timeouts. Johnson in the white has 2. Ibach back to pass, and he's sacked for a loss. He's going to lose 8 there as he's wrenched down. Clock running inside 2 minutes. Be 2nd and 18.
Ibach trying to get the troops together, get this playoff quick. I think that might have actually been A.L. Johnson's first sack of the night right there.
They came close. They chased him a couple of times, but it was the first sack that I remember. A wing and 2 receivers up top. Ibach back to pass. Dumps it off to Culbertson. Picks up a couple. And a timeout called by Del Val. They're first with 1:18 to go. Each team now with 2 timeouts.
It's a tough call you have to make to use a timeout in this situation. You want to maybe utilize it on a 3rd and long for another potential possession for A.L. Johnson, especially given how far back Del Val was backed up on that sack. They got to gain 18 plays in 18 yards in 2 plays. I got confidence in Kelton Ibach, so let's see what they run here.
Teams have 2 timeouts each, if my count is correct.
They still got 3 on the board for Del Val. I think it is 2 left, however. And John, just what a contest, just from front to finish. We have seen momentum flip at least 6 times tonight.
We knew this was going to be good. This has exceeded my expectations.
Oh, even the first conversation we had a few nights ago, we knew that this was going to be a fun game. I was so excited to come here and call this game, and it has lived up to the hype, 100%.
Now, Ben Ibach, the coach, was frantically sending Chase Crouchinos to the left side of the formation. Ibach looks right back. Ball's on the ground. Ibach recovers his own fumble, but for a loss. They're going to live to fight another day, but it's 4th and
Ibach in
20.
a lot of pain.
Ibach's
here.
in a lot of pain after that.
Gripping his lower back. I don't know where he got hit. Maybe landed awkwardly on the turf. I'm not sure if he got hit from the back at all, but that is not a good sign if you're Del Val.
59 seconds to go. And I think this was a Delaware Valley timeout as well, because Ibach never went down. So there's no injury timeout. So Delaware Valley has 1 timeout. It's 4th and forever. 4th and
about 20.
Yeah.
Ibach back to his feet, though. That's a good sign. Moving around, not gripping that back anymore. Let's see if he can pull out something real special.
4th and 26. 59 seconds. His team trails by 2.
All week we were lauding this young man for his efficiency, for his smarts, for his improvisational skills. And now, in the waning moments of this amazing contest, we're going to answer the ultimate question. How's his arm?
One back, 3 receivers to the short side, 1 up top. Brown motions up top. Ibach takes it's a screen. And it's not enough. Caught by Rasimowicz. He's wrenched down. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Johnson 41 with 49 seconds to go.
Well, I got to tell you, John, I'm a little surprised at the call. I'm not putting that one on Ibach, because if you're in a scenario where they set the house again for him. The Crusaders, for some reason on this drive, have decided, and they've done it all game, but they have been very successful over the last 3 plays at getting to him. So to not see him have any time, Rasimowicz had nowhere to go. What a shame, but at the same time, what a game.
1 timeout left for Delaware Valley, so this is going to be victory formation. And kneeling out for the Crusaders. They're going to improve.
To 5-1.
To 5-1. Delaware Valley's going to fall to 4-3. What a game.
What a game, absolutely. Could have gone either way tonight. We saw the more old school style break it out tonight against that spread offense. And if you're Coach Kalikis watching his son out there in victory formation, you got to be a really proud father right now.
That's going to do it. We're just going to shake hands as the final 10 seconds click away on the clock. A.L. Johnson improves to 5-1. They come to Frenchtown and hold on to beat Delaware Valley 21-19 in front of a homecoming crowd.
On behalf of the Delaware Valley Regional Board of Education and the Athletic Department, thank you for
well,
coming out tonight supporting sports.
Sounding a little repetitive at this point, but couldn't have asked for a better first game to call. John, it's been great calling this game with you. Absolutely. Just watching these two excellent football programs go at it on a cold night here in October. Couldn't have had it any better. All the vibes of a high school game, just everything seemed set up very well tonight. Just had a lot of fun.
Welcome to the show, Jack.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's going to do it. For Josh Dares, Jared Klimas, Jack Barber, this is John Kovach saying good night from Delaware Valley.